Have you ever wondered how network access control works? Let's take a closer look. Network access control, or NAC for short, is a crucial aspect of cybersecurity that ensures the safety and integrity of a network. It's like a vigilant gatekeeper, continuously monitoring who's coming in and going out, ensuring that only authorized individuals have access to the network. But it's not just about who can access the network, it's also about what they can do once they're inside. In essence, network access control is the practice of restricting the availability of network resources to endpoint devices like computers, laptops, and mobile devices. It's a set of protocols that determines what these devices can and cannot do on a network based on certain policies. These policies could include things like the type of device being used, the location of the device, or even the time of day. The goal is to protect the network from potential threats such as unauthorized access, data breaches, or malicious software. Imagine you're at a coffee shop connected to their public Wi-Fi. Without network access control, anyone could potentially access your device, steal your data, or even install malicious software. But with network access control in place, the network can restrict what other devices can see and do, adding an extra layer of security. Another everyday example is at work. Your office network might use network access control to ensure that only employees can access certain files or applications, and even then, only from authorized devices. This helps to protect sensitive information and keep the network safe. But remember, network access control isn't just about keeping the bad guys out. It's also about managing the actions of those who are allowed in. That's why it's essential for businesses, schools, and even households to have a robust network access control system in place. So in a nutshell, network access control is like the bouncer at a club, ensuring only the right people get in. It's an integral part of cybersecurity, keeping our networks, our data, and ultimately ourselves safe and secure. Now you might be thinking, why is network access control so important? Well, in this digital age, our reliance on networks for storing, sharing, and accessing information is greater than ever before. From personal data to sensitive corporate information, these networks are treasure troves for those with malicious intent. This is where network access control, or NAC, steps in, like a vigilant guardian, ensuring the right people have the right access at the right time. Imagine a bustling city with no traffic control. Chaos, right? It's the same with networks. Without NAC, there's no control over who gets in or out, leading to potential data breaches and system disruptions. NAC is not just about keeping the bad guys out, though. It's also about managing the good guys. Even legitimate users can pose risks, whether it's an innocent employee unknowingly clicking on a phishing link or a disgruntled one with harmful intentions. NAC helps by enforcing strict access control policies, ensuring users only access what they need to do their job, nothing more, nothing less. Now let's talk about the potential consequences of weak network access control. It's not just about data theft. A weak NAC can lead to system downtime, loss of productivity, and in severe cases can even tarnish a company's reputation. In today's competitive business environment, such setbacks can be devastating. Moreover, with the rise of remote working and bring your own device, or BYOD, culture, network vulnerabilities have increased. It's like having multiple doors to your house, each needing its own lock. NAC provides a unified solution, allowing you to manage all these access points from a single place. In essence, network access control is more than just a cybersecurity measure. It's a critical business tool that helps maintain network integrity, protect sensitive data, and ensure smooth operations. It's like the immune system of your network, constantly working behind the scenes to keep it healthy and safe. Without proper network access control, your network is like an open house inviting all sorts of unwanted guests. Scene script. So how do we ensure proper network access control? Enter NPS Policy. The Network Policy Server, or NPS, is a Microsoft implementation of what we call a radius server. It's a crucial component that plays a pivotal role in network access control. But what exactly is an NPS policy? Simply put, it's a set of rules that determine who gets access to what within your network. Imagine your network as an exclusive club. The NPS policy is like the club's door policy, outlining who gets to come in, when, and what they can do once they're inside. It's the bouncer at the door checking IDs and ensuring that only authorized individuals are allowed in. Now, every network has different needs, And the beauty of NPS policy is its flexibility. It can be customized to fit a wide range of network security requirements. Whether you need to allow certain devices access at specific times, restrict access based on user groups, or even implement multi-factor authentication, NPS policy can accommodate it all. It's not just about controlling access, though. NPS policy also plays a key role in maintaining network health. It can enforce system health requirements, ensuring that any device attempting to connect to the network meets certain criteria, such as having the latest security updates installed. This way, it aids in preventing potential threats from infiltrating and compromising the network. So you see, NPS policy is not just a rulebook. It's a flexible, adaptable tool that can be molded to fit your network's unique needs. It's there to not only keep the bad guys out, but also to ensure that the good guys are playing by the rules, keeping your network safe and secure. Remember, a network without rules is like a city without laws. It's bound to fall into chaos. And in the digital world, chaos can mean data breaches, system failures, and a whole lot of headaches. NPS policy is like the rulebook that our bouncer follows. It tells him who's allowed in and who's not. Now, how do we implement these NPS policies? One effective way is through domain controllers. In the realm of network management, domain controllers are the unsung heroes. They act as the gatekeepers of your network, authenticating and authorizing all users and computers in a Windows domain-type network. They assign and enforce security policies for all computers and install or update software. So, how does a domain controller come into play when implementing NPS policies? Well, it's all about control. Domain controllers allow us to implement NPS policies by acting as the central authority, verifying requests, and either granting or denying access based on the established rules. Imagine a scenario where you have a company with multiple departments, each with its own specific network requirements. The sales team might require access to customer databases, while the engineering team needs access to design software. An NPS policy can be created for each department, specifying the exact access each user should have. Once these policies are in place, you can use the domain controller to enforce them. When a user from the sales team logs in, the domain controller checks the NPS policy and ensures they only have access to the customer databases and not the design software. This level of control not only increases security, but also optimizes network performance by ensuring resources are used efficiently. Implementing NPS policies using domain controllers may sound complex, but once you understand the principles, it becomes a powerful tool in your network management arsenal. It provides a centralized way to manage and enforce your network security policies, reducing the risk of unauthorized access and potential data breaches. While it's important to remember that no system is foolproof, using domain controllers to implement NPS policies gives you a robust and manageable way to secure your network. With a domain controller, we can effectively enforce our NPS policies, keeping our network secure. Let's do a quick recap of what we've learned today. Firstly, we broke down the concept of network access control, or NAC. We understood that it forms the backbone of network security by regulating the devices and users that can access a network. It acts like a bouncer, checking credentials and deciding who gets in and who stays out. This way, NAC helps prevent unauthorized access and protects sensitive data from potential threats. We also emphasized the importance of network access control. In a world where cyber threats are increasingly sophisticated, network access control is not just a luxury, but a necessity. It's our first line of defense against a wide range of cyber threats, from malware to data breaches. By controlling access to our networks, we are taking the first step in ensuring our data remains secure and private. Next, we introduced the Network Policy Server, or NPS policy. This is essentially the Microsoft version of a Radius server and is an integral part of network access control. It allows us to create and enforce policies for network access authentication, authorization, and client health. It's our rulemaker, setting the standards for who can access the network and under what circumstances. Lastly, we explored the implementation of NPS policy using domain controllers. We learned that domain controllers are powerful tools for managing user access across a network. By integrating NPS policy with domain controllers, we can streamline our network access control, making it more efficient, more secure, and easier to manage. In sum, network access control and NPS policy work hand in hand to provide a robust and secure network environment. They're the dynamic duo of network security, each playing a crucial role in keeping our networks safe, secure, and running smoothly. Remember, a good network is a secure network, and that starts with effective network access control and well-implemented NPS policies.